How's it going, everybody? Welcome to OP Entertainment. I'm Omar Darwish.
And I'm Pratik Cherian.
And this is our review of The Amateur. We're going to go spoiler-free. This was directed by James Hawes.
Yep.
I haven't seen anything else that they've directed.
Me neither.
I like this, so I'm just going to say I really enjoyed it. Do you want to give them a little rundown of
the movie follows a character played by Rami Malek, and he works for the CIA as a decryption analyst, and his wife gets murdered while she's overseas, and he sets out for revenge.
Yeah, he sets out for revenge, and
it's called The Amateur.
Truly an amateur.
Yeah, he is an amateur. Not zero training, but this is not what he does.
No, I obviously know the movie title going in, but once you start seeing him in action, quote unquote, I'm like, okay, The Amateur is the perfect title. I
think the thing that's interesting about this movie is it's an action movie, but I really can only think of one action scene. It's not really, it's not an action movie, even though that's kind of the way it's branding itself.
Yeah, this works the worst as an action movie. There's not that the action is terrible, but there's not, like you said, there's not much.
There's
action
one action scene I can think of,
but
maybe two.
But this is definitely shot like a lot of action movies, and it's pitched like an action movie, and the premise is very much of that of an action movie, but that's not why you're here. You're here for, I guess, the performance. I don't know. I enjoyed it. You're here for the story, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of in a way it kind of reminded me of the first James Bourne movie.
Okay.
In certain aspects of there's kind of this mystery around it, we're doing the international jumping from place to place to place kind of thing. I don't know, it felt that way, but again, without any of the action stuff. So
would this have been a much more fun action movie had this not been The Amateur, had this been The Professional? This guy, the same mission, what this guy's trying to do, the same revenge mission, but he knows what he's doing. I think it would have been really fun, but this maybe. Felt like I was more interested in this because it's like if you were put in this situation as a regular person, he's a little more skilled than most people,
much more skilled,
but not as far as combat, right? So that's why you're kind of holding on.
Yeah, I feel like if they had put a traditional protagonist into this movie, it would have made it feel very generic. No reason to exist. As it is, I feel like this movie struggles with that a little bit.
Yeah, you don't get Glenn Powell and put him in this. Then it's okay, well, he's just gonna kick everyone's ass.
He would have turned it into something though.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
For sure.
But,
okay.
Go on. What else you got?
That being said, I really like the score. I already mentioned how I really like how it was shot. This does kind of feel like do you have to see it on the biggest screen possible? No, you could definitely wait for streaming if you want to. This feels kind of like a streaming movie, or
a little bit, or
one of the Jason Statham movies they would do if they were gonna pull back on the action and give him more more to chew on with the dialogue.
Not that, no, because I do think one of the things this movie does really well is I thought Rami Malek was really good in it, but I thought one of the things that they do well is really taking time to show him grappling with the reality of his wife's death.
Yeah. And just his decisions and what he has to do.
Yeah, and how much it's motivated by that. I think a lot of the times in these type of movies where we go, okay, his wife is dead. That's his motivation. And then the character is full speed ahead and doesn't think about it.
Their wife is dead. That's enough.
Yeah, right? It's an excuse. In this movie, it feels very it's important to the character, and the movie never lets you lose sight of how important it is to him. And I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, but it keeps you in that headspace of where he's at. When
and I think that's to me that's the kind of thing that makes it better than just your generic action movie, or where you can't just be oh yeah, turn it on in the background, because you miss if it's just on in the background, you miss the quietness of those scenes and the impact that it has.
You would not have any idea what's going on at all if you just turn this on in the background and start doing something else. Yeah, no way. I'm not gonna say this is a thinking man's movie, but it's just not. It's got an action movie premise with just good. It's well done. It's a good story.
It's well done. It's solid. It's competent. It's not it's not blowing your doors off or anything. It's not incredible. But
that being said, how'd you feel about the supporting cast around this? They were good. Everyone was good in this. John Berthol's good in this. Lawrence Fishburne's great in this. Just they don't give them enough. I don't know.
I thought, John Berthol especially has nothing to do in this. Lawrence Fishburne, in many ways, it feels like he's shoehorned into this. I have questions about why his character is in as many scenes as he's in, and it's okay, fine. Because the movie's really not about any of them.
It's not. They're there because you need a supporting cast, but do you? I don't know. This movie kind of asks the question: do you need a supporting cast if they're not going to really do anything? And that's really my only thing that's gonna take the movie down for me. Do you have any other gripes with it, really?
I mean, again, I think I've talked about how like there's not a ton of flaws. It's not aiming for a lot. I thought some of the pacing in the middle was a little slow.
It's not the best paced movie in the world.
It's a little over 2 hours, and I feel like it would have been better off being closer to like an hour 40. There's probably probably about 20 minutes that you could easily cut.
I don't know what you would cut in particular, because it's not like the plot doesn't develop with every moment, but it's...
You know what it is? I think it's that as you're moving from like scene to scene, no scene feels like it has a sense of urgency or like a punch to it, or like it never feels like the movie's really like moving.
There's some moments where I'm like, okay, now we're going, but it'll quickly get right back into the gear that it's been in.
I think it's kind of... This is a bad comparison, but it's like, have you ever played a video game where like you go like mission to mission to mission, and like inside the mission it's like it's tight and you're moving, and then like outside of that mission you're like in a hub world and you're like talking to characters and you're just like, okay, can we just like move it along? That's kind of what this movie feels like to me, where like inside of each of the kills, each of the moments where he's going after a different individual, like the tightness of like his plans in those moments, like that feels like something. But then like as we're in between before he's like trying to kill somebody else again, it's just kind of like it drags a little bit.
Maybe it's because the formula where you know what he's trying to do and you know his plan, so like there are moments where it feels like it's meandering, like you said. But that being said, I think this is a good time at the theaters. If you wanted something to go see this week and there's nothing in theaters to go see really right now, go see this. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Do you want to score it, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it sounds rough to give this like a 7, but it didn't like you said something that I agree with. It didn't really try. It didn't reach too high for anything, but it got what it was going for. I think 7. It was a pass. This movie was good. I liked it.
I was waffling between a 6 and a 7 the whole time. I'm gonna end up at a 6.
Okay.
Again, it's solid. It's competent. Rami Malek does a good job, but it's.
Are you gonna watch this again?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Honestly.
If somebody like, I love Rami Malek, I'm like, I know a Rami Malek movie that you might like. This is good. Yeah, but
right. Again, if I'm like, I'm gonna. I know we said like it's not a turn it on in the background movie, but like now that I've seen it, I might.
You can put yourself back in where it is.
Yeah. But it's fine. It's good. So we're seeing it early. This movie comes out.
I think it's April 11th.
April 11th? Sure. Yeah. So you got a little bit of time. It's about 6 days out. But yeah, I think if you're interested, go see it. It's something. You want to take us out?
Yeah. Well, next week I think we got something brewing. So we'll see.
A lot of something's going on. Yeah. We'll see you guys.